Today is March 18th, 2012. This is Lucky Smith reporting with Star River News Magazine. I am here interviewing Mark HOFFMAN. He is the best friend of Michael. How is it pronounced? Gajulo. Okay, so
used to be best friend. Please don't say my best friend.
all right, sorry. You used to be. How did you meet Michael?
I met his brother Kenny at the Hollywood gym. Kenny was a friend of mine.
So you guys used to work out together?
Yes, kind of.
And
Kenny was a boxer. He came from Chicago.
So, what year? Do you remember roughly around what time or?
It was probably a year after I got here. I came out here in '95, January of '95.
So you guys became best friends in 1996?
About that time.
About that time. And what clicked between you two, between you and Michael, that made you guys friends? Or what was it that...
Honestly, you come out here, you don't have any friends. I didn't speak much English, so to find somebody that understands where you're coming from and what your interests are. This guy was like a chameleon. He adjusted to whoever wanted, he wanted to be close to.
Did he speak German or?
No, he didn't. But like I said, he adjusted to whoever he wanted to be close to. He would tell me he doesn't smoke pot, for example, as an example. But he would meet somebody that he liked that smoked pot, and just to fit in, he would smoke pot.
So, you guys, in 1996, you guys became best friends. Like, what entailed of your friendship, or what would you guys do together?
We would walk out together, go on hikes together, make a campfire at night, go climbing, rock climbing, these kind of things.
And it was like...
Go to the beach.
And so, like, was he... What was he like in the beginning, your friendship with him?
Everybody thought he was a weird person. He told us the reason that he came out here was because the police in Chicago tried to pin a murder on him that somebody else committed. And basically just tried to get away from there, them. Nobody believed him, we were laughing at him, everybody was making fun of this guy, thinking that he was just full of it. But he was actually partially right.
And what was your profession? What was his profession? Or just so we have an idea.
I worked in the security field just like he did.
Oh, so he worked as a security guard?
He worked at the Rainbow Room as a bouncer.
At the Rainbow Room, really? And so when did, like, how many years into your friendship with him did he change, or what happened? Is he originally from California, or where is he?
No, he's from Chicago, Glenview. In Glenview, Illinois.
Yeah, okay.
And his family's Italian, but I don't know.
You don't know his family?
No, his brother. I know his brother.
Okay.
That's it. So, did he change? No, he didn't change. We walked out together and everything. We were pretty close. I saw this guy every day, and I can say as a friend, he was a good friend to me. But I didn't know what was going on. I mean, obviously, I wouldn't have considered him a friend if I'd known what's going on.
Yeah.
If I needed this guy, if I needed to ride anywhere, sometimes I didn't have a car or something. This guy was there for me, so which fooled me completely in the beginning. But then later on, little clues came through. He was a murder suspect in another murder.
When was this later on? Like, when did you start clicking?
Around 2001.
2001.
Yeah, there's a girl that got killed. Her name was Ashley Allen. You can look that up. That was Ashton Kutcher's ex-girlfriend.
Yeah, Ashley.
And he would always tell me he's friends with her, and he's friends with her roommate Justin, and telling me how much he liked that girl, how pretty she is and everything. And then one day he just said, "Oh, hey, by the way, you remember the girl I told you about? The stripper?" He called her stripper, and she was, which I found out later on. I don't know where she was. Because you remember the girl I told you about later on? Yeah, she got killed. Her head got cut off. And I'm like, okay, how would he even know that unless nobody was talking about that? So later on I found out that her throat was cut all the way to the spine, so he probably thinks he did cut her head off. And he said in such a nonchalant way, and it hit me, this is the second time in his life that I know of that he's been a suspect in a murder. I mean, he's running from Chicago cops. telling me he's a suspect there in a murder case, trying to pin this on him. And now all of a sudden again, a few years later, he's a murder suspect again. I mean, this must be the unluckiest guy, or there's something to it. Was my thought. And I go, so what happened? And he said, they towed my truck that was parked on the same street of, where the girl lived, right around the corner from where he lived. And I asked him, why would they tow your truck? They don't do that unless there's a reason. They take license plate numbers, which I know,
Yeah.
And he goes, oh, they towed everybody's car. And right there, this was the weirdest thing, because I know that's not true. So he was all stressed out. He would always pretend to be really nervous, like he would hold his stomach and stuff. He probably wasn't pretending. He probably really was stressed out. He probably wondered what they're going to find in his car. But according to him, they didn't find anything. He got his truck back, and he made this truck disappear. He got this truck from a girlfriend, from a girl that he was dating back then, and he gave it back to her. And she gave it to her dad or something, according to him. And I asked him, I'm like, I mean, now you don't have a car. Why would you give this truck away? If you have nothing to hide, why would you give it away? Why can't you just drive it? You just got it back. They came out of evidence straight back to him. And he would tell me if they want to plan something on me, they will. I'm worried they're going to plan something in this truck and they're going to put this on me.
Whose day was he worried about?
The cops.
The cops in LA.
Mm-hmm.
And you guys are both working in security still?
No, he wasn't working anymore. What he did, he came out here from Chicago with a girl. Her name was, I can't think of it right now, Allison. And Allison would work to support him. He wasn't working at all. And while Allison was working, supporting him, he was dating other girls. He would sit there on the computer and hit on other girls right in front of Allison. And these girls would actually come to his place and pick him up to go on dates. And he would tell Allison to tell these girls that Allison is his sister, not the girlfriend. For the longest time, he was dating other girls right in front of his girlfriend. And she had to tell them that she's the sister, that she lived there with him.
Wow. And how long did you know this girl? Or?
Yeah, I've seen her almost daily.
And how long did this go on for? Why was she? I mean,
She was stupid. Her family was really well off in Chicago. She had her own, she didn't have to worry about anything. Her family was rich, and she left her family basically for this moron. And one day she just started crying because of all these things that he was doing, and he kicked her ass. He beat her up. He kicked her.
So he was violent with her.
Oh, he beat her up. He fucked her up.
Did he ever beat up girls in front of you? Or?
No. He verbally abused her one time. We went to the beach together, Manhattan Beach. And I don't know what made him snap there. He totally turned. And he screamed at her. He goes, "You're a fucking bitch, you're a stupid cunt." He yelled at her all kinds of shit. And then he's walking in front of us. I'm walking probably 20 feet behind him together with her. And she doesn't say nothing. Her head's down. She's walking. And I go, "Listen, you should think about this." And she looks at me like I did something. And she goes, "Think about what?" I'm like, the way this guy's treating you, this looks, to me like he's gonna hurt you someday. And she didn't say nothing to me after that. And the next time I saw both of them, it looked like she had actually turned against me, and she completely stopped talking to me. She treated me like I did something to her, and took his side, basically. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And after that, it basically happened. He beat her up. He later on admitted it to me that he kicked her. I think he even broke her ribs or something.
So they broke up around what year? Or?
I have no idea. Maybe 2001.
Around that time.
Between 2000 2002, something like that. I don't remember the time frame. But she moved back to Chicago, and he started dating a girl that he had met while he was still together with her, who bought this guy that truck, $10,000 watch, bought him a Land Rover that he crashed an hour after they bought this thing. She bought him a Walkman.
Where did he meet this girl? I mean, you guys went out clubbing together, I imagine, right? You guys
not too much.
So what was your consistency of your friendship? Like more
Sometimes.
like, when did you guys hang out? Like at the gym only, or?
Yeah, we go work out together. We go to the mountains. We go hiking together. And also we go running in the mountains. We make a fire. We sit there. I gave him a dog that I found, so I helped him, to train the dog. I found a pit bull. But there was one bar we went to that I used to work at in Malibu. My first job when I came out here. And I went through hell there. Fights.
Was the name of the club or? Okay.
Malibu Inn.
Okay.
You can put this on. And years later, I took him there. And that was probably in 99 or 2000.
Okay.
And people still remembered me from there for a good reason. I cleaned up that place. Don't put this there, please.